July 3rd, otherwise known as YieldMax declaration date. So it's pretty much a holiday every month where YieldMax announces their distributions and everyone gets excited because they can calculate what they're going to get paid. But before that, Roundhill declared, I think it was yesterday morning, their weekly distributions. XDTE declared a 21-cent distribution, which is pretty good. QDTE declared a 19 cents, or it'll probably round up to 20-cent distribution. But that was a decrease actually from what was normally expected. So a little letdown on QDTE, but XDTE did turn out pretty well. All right, let's get to the trades. So obviously, I'm going to cover the YieldMax trades for Tesley, Cony, NVDY, and Misty. I don't even think I started with that for the first time. But either way, Tesla has been on a tear. It's on a bull run. It's not stopping. And, the YieldMax Tesley fund manager decided to close out the positions for the weekly calls. So at the same time, just like clockwork, they decided to use their get out of jail free card, which is their synthetic bailout. So, at the same time, when they close out the weeklies, what else did they do? They rolled their synthetic, okay? So you can see right at the top, S for sale. They sold the call. That was an 816 call, 32,000 contracts. That's their synthetic call. And they made a lot of money off of it. And then they BC'd the put. So it had to pay to close the put, that other part of the synthetic, okay? And then they decided, okay, let me roll it. They're going to keep the same expiration, 816, as you can see in line 3. But they're going to roll it out, out in price, 225 versus where they were, 195. So yeah, obviously there's a lot going on here. I'm not going to get into it. I'm already running late today. So, I'll show you what's going on the spreadsheet. All right, let's get to it. So Tesley, oh my God, here we go. How do we even do this, right? So we got a lot of tabs going on now. So the 195, they closed this out. This was the 32,000 contracts. So basically, they made 109 million for closing that out. They made 124 on the call, 15 mil debit on the put. In the end, they made 109 million. So obviously, that's pretty damn good, right? So if you go to the synthetic 200, they also closed out this position. For whatever reason, in a two-step process, they closed it out with one. Well, actually, no, there is a reason. I'll tell you in a second. They closed out 1,315 contracts and then 4,000 contracts. So they made what did they make on that? Actually, I have to add the two. This is that plus D4 plus E5, right? Plus E5. Yeah, so they made about 15.9 million on this synthetic, okay? So again, they closed out the 195 synthetic. They closed out the 200 synthetic. The reason they kind of split this up is they, this rolled to the 220, but they only had the 1,315 contracts. 4,000 contracts, don't exist anymore, right? People have been selling out of the fund, so they couldn't roll the same amount of contracts over. So that's why they kind of split this up, all right? Again, so if you look at this synthetic 200 rolled into the synthetic 220, but obviously it's at 1,315 contracts. So here's one of the new synthetics. It is a 220 synthetic, same expiration date. It's already, they're already up 5%. So they're doing well. And that expires in 45 days. The other synthetic, which is the larger one, the one that really matters, 32,000 contracts. This is a 225 synthetic, priced a little further out. This cost them about 14 million to open, and they're already ahead of this one as well. They're priced 2.78% above this strike. So, Lots of updates this morning too. It's a monthly crossover date today. Anything that they make starting today gets counted into the July profits. So I had to do all kinds of updates this morning. So for that reason, if you don't mind and you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. I probably screwed something up. I really hope I didn't. But, with 4 spreadsheets and I hit snooze, which was a mistake, clearly. And with all these damn trades, thanks, Tesley, for making my life hell yesterday and this morning. But you decided to close it out. And either way, no more complaining for me. Anyway, so that's the July numbers. Obviously, it starts fresh at 0. So two synthetics, 225 and 220. Okay, that's the moral of the story. Let's move on. Let's go look at the real damage here. So we go to the June tab. The last time we'll use the June tab. Tesla yesterday, it went up 10.2%. I mean, ridiculous. Day before it went up 6.05%. I mean, is it ever going to stop? This is insane. Tesley only went up 2.33% because, again, it's capped. I don't know what time they closed out the calls. So, some of that gain could be from the new positions, right? Because they're probably going to get capped again. But anyway, let's look at what they closed here. So let's take a look at this crazy damage. So they had the July 5th expiration, all these contracts, right? They paid $23.90, $22.60, and $24 per share to close all of these positions. So if you scroll to the right, what is the damage? A lot of money. 76.4 million on one, 2.9 million on the other, and 9.6 million on the other. So, yeah, they lost their damn shirts, right? What's that? 78 million, about 80, we'll just call it 88 mil, right? 88 mil. Good Lord. But again, we'll see what they made on the synthetic and how it all nets in the end. I'll show you that breakdown like I did on the prior video. But first, here's their new positions. 32,000 contracts, 245 strike, 5.94% out of the money. And then, again, they split up. They only have 1,315 because 4,000 contracts are gone because people are selling out of Tesley. Kind of a bad time to sell out, right? You've been waiting for this moment and people are selling out. But either way, 1,315 contracts, 245 strike, same strike. Again, all their eggs in one basket, 5.94% out of the money. But what does it yield? What's the annualized yield? 34 and 36%. So again, this looks to be the best they could do with the respectable yield. The fact that it's on such a bull run and the IV still seems rather low. I mean, I guess it did go up about 3% from the day prior, but I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like the premium should be much higher than what we're getting. But yeah, either way. Anyway, let's continue. So outstanding shares, they went up yesterday. Okay. So people are maybe changing their mind. So maybe there'll be more shares added. So it went up by 250,000. So that's pretty good. So here's the end of month recap for June. 30-day IV, 58%, again, so that's going up. Outstanding shares, 44,725,000. Total loss in weekly calls for the month. They lost 86.7 million. That is not good numbers right there. Obviously, yes, the synthetic bails them out, but that's bad. That's bad numbers. Distribution, again, I don't know why I'm talking about that, but either way, they lost money, so I'm not going to go any further, but I will show you this for yesterday, if this helps. So here's the here's the new positions, right? I'm sorry, let's look at the closeouts. So 32,000 contracts, they made 109 million on that, right? But they lost, they made 109 million on the synthetic, they lost 76 million on the weekly. So in the end, for those contracts, they made 33 million on the closeout. Okay. And then 1,315 contracts, they made 3.9 million on the synthetic. They lost 2.9 on the weekly. So in the end, they made 955,000. The 4,000 contracts, they made 12 million on the synthetic closeout, and they lost 9.6 mil on the weeklies, and net, they made 2.4 million. So as far as the closeout's concerned, they actually made 36.6 million. So yes, it really sucks. They got killed on the weeklies. But again, the synthetic savior came to the rescue, and they brought in some profit for them. However, keep in mind, they do need to start new positions. So let's see what that looks like. 32,000 contracts, the new synthetic position cost them 14.7 million. Again, just starting out. And the new weeklies they opened, they made 7.3 million. So in the end, that's a loss of 7.3 million with those contracts. The 1,315 contracts, the new synthetic position cost 1.3 million. The weeklies, they made 283,000. So in the end, they lost about $1 million, starting that new position. And then the 4,000 contracts, again, no activity because they no longer exist. They're not part of the synthetic and they're no longer part of the weekly calls. So if you take the old position net and the new position net for the day, we can say, okay, yeah, all that sucks, but the fund actually made money. When I say make money, it's actually a taxable event. They put through transactions. This is not on paper, right? This is actual, again, contracts that happen. So they made 28.2 million. And you'll see that'll get added, to the end of the June payment details. So, all right. So the reaction of all this, you know what's going to happen. I'm always going to put the little life preserver here that we're going to save you. The weekly calls got smashed. The guys that did the weeklies, they're drowning. So we just saved them. The synthetic came to the rescue yet again. It wasn't that long ago that they just saved them. Now they're saving them again. But guess what, guys? Today is deck date. So the deck date countdown is at 0. So we got better things to talk about today. Like, what are we getting paid? All right, let's take a look at the end of month summary for June. The synthetic income, 168.3 million. Short call loss, 86.7 mil. So net income, we're looking at 81.5 mil. That's a total income per share of $1.82. What are they going to pay? That is a lot of money that they made. My estimate, I'll share it with you now. When I made the video on Sunday, I estimated 85 cents. And I was like, I doubt they're going to pay over $1. However, with the recent activity, I think they probably will, to be honest. I think they should. I really think they should. They made $1.82 in total. So why the hell not pay over $1? Let's reward the Tesley holders, the ones that have been true, loyal soldiers holding from the beginning, from the good, from the bad. Give them a freaking $1, man. Give them $1. All right. So yeah, obviously my 85 estimate, I'm assuming it's going to be wrong, and I'm fine with that. But again, a lot can change in 2 days, as you can see, and it sure did on Tesley. All right. So I'm not going to get through the holding detail, too much to talk about, but the net asset value of Tesley is now 760 mil. And look at that, the NAV, 17 even, trade price, 17.11. So wow, what a week, what a day, what a freaking roller coaster on Tesley. But what's the problem? The problem is we have strikes. We have today, what's today? Wednesday, and we have Friday. That's 2 trading days this week. And then we have 5 for next week. So we have 7 trading days, 5.94% out of the money with a Tesla bull run, amongst us. Is this far enough out of the money? No, it's not. However, they didn't yield shit, so I get it. So I'm not going to harp on it. Let's move on. Who else had a trade? Cony had a trade. I'm very confused on this trade. But what they did is they closed out part of their synthetic that is getting murdered, and they moved it. Only part of it, though. They moved part of their synthetic down to a lower strike. Probably because they're thinking they're going to get destroyed. So we're going to move some of it just in case we get, to avoid maybe lesser damage. But I don't quite get it. I'll show you what they did. But either way, again, they closed out 15,000 contracts from the 260 synthetic, and they moved it up and out. Up in price, out in expiration, 15,000 contracts, 230 strike. So let's go to Cony. Trying to get this video done. All right, so here's the 260. So where is it? All right, they closed out 15,000 contracts on the 260. And what did they lose? How much did they lose? They lost $43 million closing this out. Okay, but there's still 13,935 contracts. Also, this synthetic expires July 19th. Should they have left it? Or maybe, just maybe, this got assigned early. Maybe it was early assignment. I didn't even think about that because I believe the synthetics can't be part of the flexible exchange. The flexible exchange, I believe, is what they trade the weeklies on, which, and on the flex exchange, there is no early assignment. But I thought Jay said the synthetic is not on the flex exchange. So if that is the case, the only thing that justifies this is early assignment. So maybe, just maybe, that happened. Okay, so I'll just go with that assumption for now. 43 mil, they lost. Sucks. So that adds to the June, profits, which is not a profit, which goes to 18 mil, right? Yep, that works. It goes down to 13. Yep, just check my formulas as I go. All right, so that's the remaining synthetic, which is, again, 260. They also have the new position, the new 230, 15,000 contracts got moved to here. It cost them about 3.6 mil to start the position, 816 expiration, 230 strike, and again, we'll see how that plays out. That's 45 days away. Okay, let's move on to the June tab. So yeah, as far as the trades goes, it was just synthetic closeout and then the new synthetic. So nothing really too exciting for the weeklies there. All right, anyway, for yesterday, coin went down 2.51% and Cony went down 0.62%. So good day for Cony because look, remember? I don't know if you guys remember yesterday, but Cony was in trouble. So the fact that they went down was perfect. So here they are, 27,835 contracts, 230 strike, 1.09% out of the money. Much better position than they were yesterday. And then 1,100 contracts, 232.50, that's 2.19% out of the money. Still tight with 2 trading days, but again, they're sitting in a better spot than where they were. Outstanding shares did go up by 325,000, so that's good. And here's the end of month recap. Again, this is for the month of June. Cony's 30-day IV, 66%. Outstanding shares, 32.5 mil. Weeklies, they lost. They lost 18 mil. Better luck next month. We'll see. All right, let's move on. What's the reaction? They're still closing their eyes, though. The fund manager's like, oh, my God, we got 2 days left. We got Wednesday, we got Friday, and my calls are just, I don't know. I'm scared. So June. Synthetic income went down. You saw it, man. Big expense on that synthetic. They lost 44.6. They gained now only 44.6 mil. Short call income. That's a loss of 18 mil. So net income is 26.6 mil. Now, look at the total income per share. What the hell? What the hell they do to me here? 82 cents? Come on, man. You're killing me. What was my estimate? 205. Yeah, freaking right now. That ain't happening. This is not happening. You're not getting paid at $2.05 anymore. So that estimate is useless. Again, a lot can happen in 2 days. So Cony surprised the hell out of me. And they just, boom, again, they probably got assigned, but I don't know. You guys let me know. Let me know if you do the synthetics trade on the flex or not. I don't think they do. But either way, there's a total income per share for Cony of 82 cents. I don't even want to know what the payment's going to be. If it's over $1, I guess we should be grateful, but it's definitely not going to be what I had at 205. So yeah, that's going to be way off. It won't be a surprise, at least. All right, so here's the holdings. Again, I'm not going to talk about the holdings. The synthetics, they are what they are. We just talked about them. And then the weekly calls, we got 2 trading days, but it's going to be tight. The net asset value of Cony is 680 mil, approaching that 700 mil range. The NAV is 20.95 and the trade price is 20.93. Okay, so that was Tesley and that was Cony. So let's get through Misty and get moving here. So no trades for Misty. They're 1550 synthetic is also in danger. They're 14.83% away, and they have 17 days to recover. Hopefully they don't get early assignment on those. As far as yesterday, Mr. went down 3.35%. Misty went down 3.05%. So let's take a look at the status of their weekly calls. Again, they got three different strike prices. So largest position first, they got 1,971 contracts. That's a 1505 strike. That's 14% out of the money. All right. So that's 2 trading days. So that's looking pretty good. And then the second largest position, 185 contracts, 1467.50 oddball strike, 11.16% out of the money. That's the lowest, and it's looking pretty good. And then you got the 34 contracts, 1540 strike, 16.65% out of the money. So I think Misty's strikes are looking pretty damn good. All right, outstanding shares did go up by 500,000. So end of month recap for June, 30-day IV, 84%, very nice. Outstanding shares, 11,675,000. They do have income. So for the month of June, they made 15.4 mil, which comes to a distribution of $1.32. That's a daily income of 5 cents a day, daily yield 0.18%. In the end, their annualized yield on their weekly calls was 64%. Again, it's not, crazy good, but it's pretty damn good. Who the hell's talking outside? Okay, so let's go to my reaction. Not my reaction, the fund manager reaction. And they're still laughing at the others because there's so much going on Tesley. There's so much going on in Cony that the Misty fund manager is just they can't stop laughing. They're jumping off their chair like, what the heck is going on? All right, so synthetic income, they're looking at for the month of June. Again, this is the closeout numbers, 4.2 mil in synthetic income. Short call income is 15.4 mil. So that's a net income of 19.7 mil. That's a total income per share of $1.69. Short call income per share of $1.32. So if we look at the $1.69, my estimate on Misty was $1.65. So at least that estimate is still within reason. We shall see. But again, they'll declare very soon, probably shortly after this video airs. And again, I'm going to go live at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to go over what they're paying. And then if you guys have questions, I'll answer them in the chat. So here's the outstanding holdings. Again, I'm not going to spend too much time on holdings today. I'm just going to go straight to the net asset value. It's 321.5 mil. Their NAV is 27.54 and the trade price is 27.64. Last but not least, the one, the only, the GOAT, NVDY. No trades for NVDY. So they're just sitting where their current synthetic, 63,315 contracts in total. Their synthetic is priced at 127 and they're 3.41% away. However, it's 45 trading days away, so we really don't care at this very moment. All right, so how did NVIDIA do yesterday? They went down. They went down 1.31%, and VID only went down 0.98%. All right, so let's look at oh boy, I got a lot of strikes here. All right, where do we even begin? Oh my God, I'm just gonna go top to bottom. 1,175 contracts, 130 strike, that's 5.98% out of the money. 2,000 contracts, 129 strike, 5.16% out of the money. 55,550 contracts, 131 strike, 6.79% out of the money. 2,790 contracts, 132 strike, that's 7.61% out of the money. And last but not least, 1,800 contracts, 127 strike, and that is 3.53% out of the money. So the lowest strike is 127, and that's 3.53% out of the money. So they are scattered all over the place. So this is, they're sitting pretty well. Again, they have 2 trading days for all of these positions, which vary from 3 to 7% out of the money. How will they do? Who the hell knows? But again, it seems okay so far. Outstanding shares, no change. No purchases for the GOAT. All right, end of month recap. 30-day IV for June, 45%. Outstanding shares, 26,675,000. Total net income, they actually do have income, but it's only $69,060, which doesn't even round to a penny of income. So I guess that's that. Let's move on to the reaction. They are happy with their current situation, and they should be. You know, their calls are sitting well. However, let's see what the recap looks like for June. They have 70 million in synthetic income, 69,000 in short call income. So their net income for the month, 70.4 mil. That's a total income of $2.64. My estimate came in at 245. So at least on NVDY, my estimate still makes sense. Is it priced a little high? Yeah, maybe, but they're the GOAT, right? They pay what they want. GOAT pays high. So pay up, GOAT. No, I don't know. We'll see. Again, it's just a guesstimate. It's for fun and entertainment, like we always say. All right, let's just go right to the net asset value of NVDY. 778.5 mil. Tesla's catching up, man. What is Tesley? I'll have to check again. The NAV is 29.19 and the trade price is 29.24. All right, so NVDY is 778.5 mil. Tesley, wow, 760 mil. Oh wow, Tesley is not, they're not giving up. They're coming for their number one spot. And let's see what happens today. All right, so that's the update on all the funds. Let's go to the pre-market, see what's going to happen today. This is actually a little later. Oh my God, look at this. Unbelievable. I can't, this is killing me because I'm trying to do options on TSLY and I can't. Anyway, Tesla is up on the pre-market. It's up 3.32%. It's at 238. Oh my God, 99 now. As of 6:01 a.m. I got to get moving. I got to upload this baby. Tesley is up 2.16%. It's at 1748. Yeah, Tesley, their strike's going to get blown through again, unfortunately, it looks like. NVIDIA is down 1.31%. It's at 121.06. That's good for their calls, although they can afford a little gain. NVIDIA is down 1.16%. It's at 28.90. Coin is down 1.67%. It's at 223.70. Cony is down 0.67%. It's at $20.79. MSTR is down 1.13%. It's at 1305.26. Misty is down 1.12%. It's at 27.33. TSLY is up 6.62%. It's at 1321. Good Lord. TNA is up 0.42%. It's at $36.24. AMDY is down 0.11%. It's at 1740. AMZY is not updated, but it's at 2284. Last but not least, crypto is down 2.09%. And when I say crypto, I'm talking about Bitcoin, of course. It's at 60,512. Okay, so that's the update for Tesley, Cony, NVDY, and Misty. So again, today is declaration date, so I'll let you guys go because they're probably going to declare very soon. But if you guys enjoy this content, please always remember to hit the like button. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them down in the comments below. And if you want to help the channel even further, of course, share with your friends and family. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a schmuck in the garage recording on a phone. All right, so please do your own research. Obviously, these funds, just like every other fund, has risk to them. Understand the risks. It's your money. You should work hard for, you work hard for your money, so you should research your investments hard as well. You don't want to lose. But again, as always, none of this is financial advice. Do your own research. This is just fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you were entertained. If not, we will try again tomorrow. All right? Tomorrow, even though the market's not open. But all right, let me go, guys. Keyword for today. I don't know, man. I got nothing. I'm just going to say the keyword is happy declaration date. All right. Happy declaration date. Hopefully it is a happy one. Maybe not for Cony, but whatever. We'll see. It may be a happy one for Tesley, but Cony, man, oof, it's getting ugly. But yeah, let me go. I hope you guys have a great day. Later.